Hello, everyone. My name is Shan. So today is my honor to introduce about the China industry, about the automotive, and also part of the introduction of the global-wise collaboration. And the title of this talk is The Emerging of Next Leader in Automotive Intelligence. Firstly, about myself, I actually has devoted myself into the AI R&D work for about 10 years, from the chip design and also to the algorithm design. About 7 years ago, I created a company called DeFi Tech, and we tape out the AI chip during that time. And just after 2 years, got some financing from the worldwide company, semi company. I sold the company to Xilinx and AMD. And after working in AMD as the corporate VP for 3 years, I found there is a big gap from the application to the chip. We know that for the application, we need a lot of software-defined application, but there are not too many software engineers. They understand about the chip, especially the specific chip of AI. So this is about my second time. This time I found a company called PhiGent Robotics, and this company, we are working on autonomous driving software to help the OEM to enhance their ability about the autonomous driving and especially the full intelligence work. And there are two critical things for two factors for the new OEM brandings. The first one is electrification and second is intelligence. And I believe that the transformation in China is already taking place, that the electrification and the intelligence are just a reforming of the branding position of those OEMs, which means the OEM, they earn money from the branding. If higher branding, you could sell higher price, so you could have the higher gross margin. And we found that in China recent years, in the global OEMs, they no longer increase, and especially the latest 3 years, BYD has become the #1 in Chinese auto market. And that is because BYD has done so good job in electrification in this round. So the first wave, the past 5 years, the local OEM, they win the game. And for next step, what will happen after the electrification? That is what we want to talk. That is about the intelligence. We think that the luxury car, the luxury branding is defined not by the electrification because the battery is the same, all provided by Caltech or the Panasonic or LG. But the difference is about the intelligence. Different grade of intelligence will redefine of the OEM's branding, of the vehicle's branding. So this is the key factor for your differentiator. And I have listed some brand. You could find that in China, the electrical vehicle is no longer similar. Actually, we have the price differentials between each other. Like Ito, the Huawei car, its price is much higher than the others EV, and especially it's also much higher than the previously gas vehicles. Have a new track to compete, and the key factor is intelligence. And I also list another example. The same factory, it is called Seoul, which is the part of Dongfeng, subgroup from Dongfeng. Previously, it manufactured the vehicle very, very low price, just $5,000 US per vehicle, but just with the Huawei inside, including the autonomous driving, the infotainment system, and also the smart lighting, smart chassis system, we found the price has been increased to $35,000 US per vehicle for the lower grade, and the higher grade will reach to $70,000 per vehicle. So this is we call that the effective productivity in China. So there is an effective productivity, so which means that we also have the ineffective productive in China. So we don't hope we have so many productivities, but that are the ineffective. So the problem is how to build the supply for this effective supply chain to make your vehicle be the effective products. So we know in the first wave, they are already a giant, the CATL coming out. And this is huge company, and it has market share about more than 35%. And for next wave, for the intelligence supply, I still believe there will be another giant in the supply chain who provide the intelligent product to the OEM. We have so many OEMs to do the in-house R&D is not efficient way. We still need a third party to help them to establish the ability for intelligence. So next part, I will introduce the intelligence progressing in Chinese market. And this is the progress for the autonomous driving. Why I talk autonomous driving to describe the whole picture of intelligence. That is because in all intelligent component in one vehicle, the autonomous driving is the only one who has the sensor part, who has the perception ability. This is the key. If we talk about the smart chassis system, where is your sensor? Where is the perception of the environment? There's none of that. We need to rely on the autonomous driving's perception part to give the intermediate info to the chassis headlight infotainment. So that's why when we talk about the intelligence in a vehicle, we usually talk about the autonomous driving. And Tesla obviously lead the competition in the past 10 years. And especially in 2020, Tesla has released his full self-driving FSD in the US market. But unfortunately, in Chinese market, the Tesla didn't make it to release the similar products. So that gave the chance for the Chinese OEMs to make something themselves with the help of the supply chain. So starting from 2021, including NIO, XPeng, Li Auto, and Huawei, they released their NOA products. NOA means that the navigation on Autopilot, so which is a product to help you driving automatically from point A to point B. So this is what we call level 2++ or level 3 for passenger car. This is quite different with the level 4 robotaxi. This is for passenger car, and previously it's a parts business, but today it's no longer a parts business, it's an intelligent business. And just after 12 months to 18 months, the traditional OEM like BYD, Geely Auto, and other even longer history OEM like Shan, they follow this trend. They also have their own products. If we compare to the foreign country, that especially the European country, it will release that in 2026. And for other parts, maybe 2027. So this competition, Chinese market is already far ahead, except Tesla, for the commercialization of the level 3 products on the real passenger car. So this is the penetration rate is very high and keep be the doubling every year. But the problem is, what about the price? What is the cost? How about the vehicles that has been mounted with this kind of high-grade products? What's the price of that vehicle? So we have found that from the Huawei car, which is more than 40,000 US dollar, and to BYD, that is 20,000 US dollar, they all have this kind of ability. And just 2 years ago, XPeng, he had released a product that only 15,000 US dollar of the vehicle's price also has this kind of level 2++ product inside. So this will make the whole market be explored suddenly. So it gives a lot of pressure to the ecosystem, to the supply chain. And we will dig deeper into the supply chain of who is helping of those OEMs to build this kind of widely commercialization. So from the supply chain, there are several parts. One is the chip, another is the sensor, and the hardware, the domain controller, and also the software. There are mainly 4 parts of that in the ecosystem. And about 4 years ago, we all know the COVID-19 happened, and all the world, they are lacking of the chip supply. So chip is the key, and chip is the host of the whole system. The chip defines of the price of the products. So even the OEM, they will ask for help from Mobileye, from NVIDIA, from some Chinese chip company for the supply to support their whole vehicles manufacture. And we have found that the Mobileye has reached to about $50 billion US valuation. But just after 3 years, today, if you look at the Mobileye, its valuation has dropped by about 5 times. This is because the chip is no longer short of supply. We have so many alternatives. And if you look at the sensor part, the LiDAR, we know the LiDAR is has long history, and it spent 10 years to be mass production in the vehicle. But today, the LiDAR has been reduced the total cost to $150 US. It becomes another kind of the low margin manufacture business. It's no longer a high-tech product. So we talk about the chip, we talk about the sensor, and there is another position who is traditional the giant in this ecosystem. We call that tier 1, the parts providers like Bosch, Continental, or Mobis in Korea. Those companies, they want to compete, but actually they are lack of the sensor, lack of the chip, and also lack of the software. So today, the tier 1's position has been almost replaced by those 3 parts. And the final part is the software. The software company, they define of the whole system's performance and getting more and more important, like Tesla, his in-house team, software team, and also the PhiGent, my company, and Momenta, DJI, and Huawei, those kind of third-party provider. So these are the names I listed still survive in this competition, and the list is much shorter than before. Actually, today is kind of short supply. The high-quality supplier is less than the requirements from the market. So if we think about why Chinese supply has been so strong and they help the OEM to have this kind of competition ability in the worldwide, that is because these parts, the intelligent part, is no longer a traditional manufacturer business. It's a kind of AI-related business. So for AI-related business, we need to think about where does the talent come from. And Chinese engineers, they always follow the innovation from Silicon Valley and followed very close. We have some micro innovation instead of the full innovation. But the speed is very fast, and we have so many engineers who are trained by the communication business, by the TMT business, by a lot of related business, and today they enter into the automotive business industry. So that helped the intelligence of the vehicle to grow so fast. Another thing is the competition in China is so intensive. Like today, we already shrink a lot from 200 car manufacturer brand to about 30 or 40, but still too many manufacturers. Compared with that, in some countries there are 3 or 4 car manufacturers. We still have 30 or 40. So this competition is so intense. People need to survive. So the competition is so hard to be survive in this market. So that keep pushing the suppliers to be stronger and stronger. So this is about my company, and we are autonomous driving solution providers for the passenger car. And my differential is that we could deliver the OA products which has the BOM cost less than $500 US. So how can I achieve that? It's because our solution is all vision-centric. We use the mono camera and also the stereo camera, which is used to replace LiDAR or 4D radar, those kind of expensive sensors. As well, our AI experience knowledge is very strong. We have 300 AI engineers, and those teams educated and trained before by my first-time startup and also AMD and other related company. So experienced team, and they have accumulation. So that's make us to win all those commercialization opportunities. So except of my company, if you look at the Chinese supply, no longer the not only like the Momenta, similar company as PhiGent got invested from the US OEM, but also the vehicle, the car manufacturer, the OEM, they got investment from the foreign OEM. Like Volkswagen, he invested XPeng last year. So the geopolitical things is so hard to deal with, but still has a lot of money invested into the Chinese supply chain. And Stellantis, this is very unique. We could imagine Volkswagen, he has about half of the market share of his sales volume in China market. But considering Stellantis, it has very, very few cars sold in Chinese market, but he still wants to invest so much money on Leapmotor, one new OEM in China. The reason is that he wants to leverage the ability of Leapmotor to his global market, from China to global. This is the latest trend. Yeah. So this is the thing happened in recent years. I believe in this year there will be also other opportunities. This kind of collaboration opportunity happen in this market, and where is the final battle? So today, from technical point of view, it already come. That is called the end-to-end autonomous driving solution. The end-to-end means that we no longer do perception and then we do rule-based planning and control. We do everything in single AI model. And this AI model is no longer the small model, it's a generative model. And this model is quite different as before. And this model has a lot of basic requirements from the technology. Like we need to have a lot of data, real data, and also the synthesized data. And also we need to have a on-vehicle end-to-end AI solution, AI system. Meanwhile, consider how to train this on-vehicle end-to-end AI model. So the problem is that we need to put that model by kind of supervise the training, or otherwise we need to have we call that world model to simulate of the whole world's activities, to describe the environment, to predict the activities, and to interact with our own vehicle model. So this world model is in cloud. So we also need help from the cloud providers like AWS or the Baidu Cloud or Tencent Cloud. So comparing with the Tesla, Tesla has formed this kind of closed-loop training with the end-to-end solution about 3 years ago. And in China, we started this job early last year. And how about the performance? We could look at this demo. The first one, the top one, show that we use this kind of generative models and to train the end-to-end solution. And it's already, there's no rule-based in the whole process. It's fully end-to-end. This work is called Graph AD. We have released that to the community. And for the left bottom video, show that this is a synthesized video, not the real data, not the real video. We use this to generating more and more data to help the solution of the vehicle to be more and more smart and intelligent. And for the right bottom part is a prediction generated by this kind of world model. It gives the prediction with an automatic way with this generative model to tell the vehicle's next step, how to deal with the environment. This is so important for the whole system. So that's most of the things I want to talk about today. And to summarize the thing, if we think about autonomous driving, it's no longer one part of the vehicle. Actually, it's the whole vehicle's intelligence key component. And on the same time, autonomous driving, we believe that, actually not me, a lot of people believe that autonomous driving is the first one for the general AI, for the robotics application domain. So to deal with this kind of application, if we could solve that with this kind of 2B and 2C business, this huge business feedback will help us to cover the R&D cost. So this will be very great. So one AI problem still has 3 factors: data, algorithm, and the computation ability. So consider these 3 factors. The data, we need to work with the OEM. The OEM, they own the data. And for the algorithm, we have the experience, we have the ability. And for the AI info, the server, the GPU card, those kind of infrastructure, we need to build that with the help from the OEM and also the cloud provider. So this is a huge supply chain, not only including the OEM and the traditional supplier. It's a new game, it's a new battle. And this battle, I believe, still needs 10 years to fix that, to solve that. So big opportunity, and we have some problem for the Chinese OEM to manufacture vehicles and sell to the global wide. But we have found that they, even considering the tax issue, they still earn more money in other markets than the local markets. So good opportunity for the OEM. As well, meanwhile, for our suppliers, we have even bigger opportunity potentials than the OEM, because we could go abroad. There's no actual tax for that. We could set up office R&D center to near the global OEMs to help them to win in this battle. And we try our product in China in this heavily competed market, and we leverage the engineering benefit for the global market. So that's what I want to do. So that's all for the presentation, and thank you.